So today the puppet doctor is making a house call to a Fiverr patient. We had one of our friends in the Reddit community ordered a puppet off Fiverr, and it's not working right at all. And once I got into it, I realized that it's not built right at all. The layers aren't right. They missed essential steps. There's a lot wrong. So I've used Fiverr. I'm not saying Fiverr's bad. I'm not saying don't use Fiverr at all. I'm saying don't order puppet files off Fiverr. Order your artwork. And make sure it's Illustrator or Photoshop file that you're getting. Because I've ordered plenty of artwork from Fiverr that I've then rigged into puppets. But every puppet I've ever ordered off Fiverr I've gotten burned on. Because you need to know what your puppet is so your puppet can grow with your content. Like this puppet I'm building for this client tonight, I showed how to include essential folders to add more expressions later on if he wants his character to be sad or happy. Things like that weren't included that should be included. So without further ado, here is Puppet Doctor House Call. So today's question comes in from user Homestar Runner, or rather Homestar, on the Character Animator Reddit. And he states that his arm flip threshold is wonky. He says that he positions the arms properly, and on playback they're in the wrong spot. So we're going to fix this up for him. We're going to figure out what's going on, and we're going to send him a working puppet file. So let's drag Homestar's puppet on into our timeline and open it up, and let's start a scene. And let's see how he behaves. Okay, first of all, his feet shouldn't be doing that. Coming into rig mode, turning off the independence on his left and right leg. His knees shouldn't be doing that. That's a problem with his center of rotation. So going into character, that's okay. Frontal. That shouldn't be marked head, because this is also more than just his head. It's his legs too. See that? It's his whole body. So we want this to be down here at his center of rotation. And then this layer is marked face. It shouldn't be. That should never be named face. That creates a tag saying that this is our face. And everything in it is a face asset. The only thing we have in it is hair and unnamed. So we need the face layer to be below head, and then all of this to be inside that plus face layer. So we're going to have to alter his artwork. Okay, everything else is looking pretty good as far as body goes. Let's jump into the Illustrator file. Okay. So like I said, right away we need a plus head layer. So we're going to drag that in. And it won't let us. So we have a problem with grouping these layers. I don't know what does it exactly. I thought it was like Control G to make a group. But for some reason, we can't drag layers in. So we're going to have to unfortunately shatter this entire rig and all of the work that's been done on it by moving the layers. So starting right away, let's name it plus character. And this is head, and this is plus face. And let's create another layer. Let's name this one body. Let's drag that up here. There we go. And now this is a little bit more how things should be laid out. And let's drag and drop all of this in there. And drag and drop all of this in there. And you can see how those folders automatically disappeared. That's because they're groups of things, and when you took the things out of the group, there's no more group, so it disappears. That's a sign that you can't drop anything extra in there. If your folder disappears when you empty it. So here we go. We have everything pretty much rigged up correctly. I move the eyelids. You'll hear me preach this over and over again. We're going to name this left eye and name this one right eye. Our eyelids should never be included inside our eyeballs, because if you have a cycle layers for your blink set, so like stage 1, 2, 3 instead of just one solid image for blinking, your pupil and your eyeball will disappear when you engage the blinking animation if it's in the same folder as your pupil and eyeball. So give it its own folder. And then in here you could have separate layers. Like this could be a happy eyelid, this could be a sad eyelid, and so on, and you could swap between them. Same thing with your eyebrows. You could have a folder of eyebrows, and then in your folder of eyebrows you could have, like if we had this be plus left eyebrow, and then we just had this be defaults, we're going to do the same thing with plus right eyebrow. And then we're just going to name this one defaults. And now you've created a situation where you can have several different eyebrow expressions that you can swap between. Typically, you never want anything named path. That was to the glasses. Okay, your mouth needs a plus. This is an extra layer. Everything else looks pretty good. Typically, I would name every layer. Nothing should be group or path or anything like that. At least as far as left arm, right arm, and hands and things like that. Wave, see, like this is all good. You don't want wave to be like group 3 because then you're not going to know what it is. So it looks pretty clean. We could name that nose. It looks pretty good. Let's save this, and this is going to break everything. You're going to see a lot of orange text when we come over here. See this black? That gray turned orange over here on the left. That's because we broke everything because we moved our layers. So right away, I notice I missed. Let's remove the pluses on the legs. We don't want those to be independent. Okay, coming in, character, head, face. Our face will drag. Where'd it go? We should have, oh, there it is. This needs to be dragged down here. So we have that selected. We just connected our head. We connected our head to our puppet. As you see here, yellow means not connected, green means connected. So we have the head connected properly. We have the right eyebrow, left eyebrow. Let's jump in. Oh wait, one more thing I want to do is drag a stick across his feet and make that fixed. Okay, now I want to come into record mode. Let's see how it behaves. Okay, so I had a little issue with the artwork there, but we're good to go. And we have him working pretty properly. His arm's not functioning yet. We haven't rigged that up, but you can see his eyes are working a lot better. We can turn off and turn on the mouse touch. I like the eyes to work like this typically. Yeah, that looks really, really good. So pushing that parameter, coming over to rig mode, let's jump into our arms. You can see we broke all of our hotkeys over here. We'll get to those here in a second. Let's jump in and rig our arms up and our legs. Okay, so here we go. We have everything rigged up. It's looking really good. Let's jump over to record mode and see how his arms work. Right away, they seem to be working much better. Ooh, I don't like that. Let's have that set to hold in place, and we'll click this little icon right here to push that parameter to the default puppet. And let's give the arms a test drive here. All right, already see we have some not promising angle there. See how when we came up it didn't flip like that? And that makes me think we're going to run into the same problem again. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove limb IK from this section right here. And we're going to try applying it to the body. And let's see if that behaves any better. Oh, silly me. See, there we go. The elbows beforehand weren't turning in like that. So now, let's try going back to 68. There we go. See, these arms are working much better now. Let's try this animation. See, the arms go up pretty consistently now. So, and if you're finding problems where, like, say you really want your character's elbows to move differently in this spot. So you see here, if you wanted him to rub his belly, it's not going to work. He can't rub his belly. We can change his elbow flip threshold by adding a keyframe like this. And then you would obviously want it set to toggle hold, so it holds onto it. And then you can add another keyframe of an elbow flip threshold of like 0 here. That way, if here you need him to rub his belly, well, it would be over here. If you need him to rub his belly, you can see he can get to that a lot easier. So play with your elbow flip threshold here. And if you find that you need your arms to bend individually, coming into record mode, you could actually remove your limb IK from here and add it individually here. And now you can see you have a right limb IK and a left limb IK, and you can play with the elbow flip threshold for even better fine tuning. But I personally think putting it on the body layer will do you right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and rig up the rest of these hotkeys you're missing and export this puppet for you. I like to personally set these to latch. And what do we have? 13 QWERT ASDFG. So let's come into record mode. Oh, sorry, mine. 1, 2, 3. ASD. Where? Oh, I don't have my triggers active. Silly me. Okay, let's see here. We have 1, 2, 3. Oh, the panic is there. Yep, there is no 2. QWERT ASDFG, and then sad for a mouth. So it looks really good, and like I said, our elbows are working a lot better now, and you also have learned how to take control of your elbows if they're not acting right. We fixed this puppet up. It was quite a job on Fiverr. They were really only missing one layer. It goes to show you how much work you can set yourself back by missing one single layer. I hope this helps you. I'm going to export this puppet for you now and send it your way, my friend. I had fun fixing this up for you. I had fun fixing this up for you, and I hope that you learned a lot and this helps you elevate your content to the next level. If you need any tutoring lessons, I do offer one-on-one coaching, so please do reach out for that. Thank you so much for letting me build this for you, and have a fantastic day.